Sanjay ma'am, 2 minutes.
Yes.
Sanjay ma'am, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Amrita ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
take now, no, with audience list.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, it's done.
Okay. Sanjay ma'am, you can start it off.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to one and all present here. I, Sandhya BR, Assistant Professor, Department of ISC, SVCE Bengaluru. I welcome today's speaker, Ms. TV Subhashini, Motivational Speaker and Soft Skill Trainer, Mumbai, for being for being here to deliver the session on entrepreneurship skill, attitude and behavior development, organized by Information Science and Engineering in association with Institute Innovation Council SVCE Bengaluru. I welcome our chairman Sri Muniappa sir, our CED Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa sir, and the respected principal Dr. Nageshwar Gupta sir for this workshop. I also welcome Dean, Registrar, IIC Convener, and HODs of all departments and my faculty friends. Finally, I also welcome to all my students who are taking part in this workshop. Now, I request Professor Amruta to introduce today's speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my pleasure to introduce resource person, Ms. Subhashini TV. Madam is a motivational speaker, soft skill trainer, and a freelancer from Mumbai. She is having 13 years of work experience as a soft skill trainer. She was a resource person for many webinars, which is conducted by different institutes. Some of the webinars which are conducted by Madam are Public Speaking Personality Development, which is held in Tamil Nadu, English Language Vocabulary Enhancement in Congo Arts and Science College, Tamil Nadu. How to influence people by effective communication, that is from Sri Krishna Institute of Technology, Bangalore, and many more. So Madam received her education from Anna University, Chennai, and worked in various reputed institutes like Maxim Mind, Olympide, and she also worked as a project trainee in the year 2006 at Wipro, Bangalore. And she also trained many students for various competitive examinations. So with this, I thank for giving me an opportunity to introduce a resource person. Over to you, Sandhya ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our Dean Madam to address the gathering. Purnima ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are very much audible.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. You are very much audible, ma'am.
Good morning, Subhashini, ma'am. A very good morning, all of you. On behalf of management, principal, and on my own behalf, I thank Subhashini, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and being part of this program and giving a motivational talk on entrepreneurship skill, attitude, and behavior development. I really thank you, ma'am. And on behalf of all of us, I congratulate IICSL as well as the Department of Information Science and Engineering for being organizing this particular event that is a need for an hour for our children, 5th semester and 7th semester students. Not only for them, even for 3rd semester also, it is very much needed for today's industry needs to cope up. And I thank all the participants and I inform all participants to take part actively in this particular event, your participation. Thank you from my side.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now I request IIC convener Dr. Nirmala S. Gupta, HOD, Department of CSE AI, to speak few words about this workshop. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sandhya ma'am. First of all, I would like to say thanks to Subhashini ma'am and Dean ma'am to be the part of our today's online workshop on entrepreneurship skill, attitude, and behavioral development. So, I, Nirmala Gupta, Professor and HOD Department of CSC, as well as the convener of IIC Cell SVCE. So first of all, I would like to congratulate all of us that we have initiated and we started all our IIC Cell activities from last 8 days. And I would like to congratulate all of us once again. Why? Because from 12th we initiated celebrating National Innovation Week with an event. Then immediately we conducted on a Pollution Day awareness celebration. In view of that also, we had 2 more events conducted by the Department of Civil Engineering Department. And now I'm very happy and glad to say that the Department of Information Science and Engineering and in association with us, we are conducting today's online workshop on entrepreneurship skill, attitude, and behavioral. So I would like to speak very briefly about the MIE, MIC, and IIC. What is this Institutions Innovation Council is about? Very first of all, we should thank our Prime Minister, Modi ji. So Ministry of Education, the Government of India, which has been established this MIC cell, or we call it as Ministry of Innovation, Education, Innovation Cell. So this is very much been defined systematically to foster the culture of innovation among all of us. We are into higher education institution. And the primary goal of this MIC, the Ministry of Innovation Council, MOE's Innovation Council, I could call it as, to encourage all of us, students, faculties, professors, irrespective of the cadre, irrespective of the discipline, irrespective of the levels of the learning in which year we are, it has been given to inspire and nurture all of us by supporting them to work with the new ideas and transform all of us into the prototyping and making the innovations, bringing the prototype into commercializing the products. And before products, we need to go for patenting and we need to commercialize that. So all these were the initiatives and the intentions, the goals of the Ministry of Education, which has been taken an initiative to bring this MIC into all HEIs. So MIC has envisioned the creation of this IIC, that is Institution Innovation Council, across the selected HEIs. It's not like IIC was there 4 years back with all the colleges, all the universities. Very selective, very small number of institutions and small number of universities had taken this initiatives and were being selected to be the part of this MOE's MIC. So the network of these IICs is touched like anything this year. We could see that like a lot of institutions came forward. It's not just the HEIs like us, higher education institution like engineering colleges, even pharmaceutical, diploma, right? Medical, I could say n number of the disciplinary institutions and universities came forward, and they have been part of IIC from this year, to be frank, from 2021, I could say. And the network of these IICs was being established to promote mainly the innovation in the institution through multidisciplinary modes of leading to an innovation, promotion, and ecosystem to be built in the campus. So the major focus and major ideas of IIC were to create a vibrant innovation ecosystem, startup supporting mechanism in the higher education institution, and preparing the institute to be the part of ARIA framework, that is Atal Ranking of Institution on Innovation Achievements framework, and establishing the functionality ecosystem for having the ideas, pre-incubation of the ideas, developing the better cognitive ability for the technology students, and a lot more. So a lot of initiatives are there from the MOEs, institution cell, innovation cell as MIC, and we are the part of MICs as IICs. So they are conducting a lot of innovation entrepreneurship related activities, and we are also part of it. From the MIC, from the IIC, and even we do drive a lot of events as self-driven activities from the cell, to the intention of establishing a knowledge, awareness, and an ecosystem with respect to the entrepreneurs, investors, professionals, and bringing out that culture in our students. So we organize periodic way of seminars, interactions, idea pitching contest, workshops, right? So a lot more events with relevant to the entrepreneurship, innovation, pre-incubation, then patenting, as well as the, what I could say, the attitude, behavioral management for a student to inculcate for their career development. So a lot of initiatives were being done, like all of us know Toykathon, which was being last 6 months back after the second wave of pandemic. The government of India and MIC from the government of India was taken an initiative, digital based and online based, and successfully it has been completed. And now SIH, the Smart India Hackathon, is being taken an initiative, and all of us got the information. Now, especially our children, our students, has to think of submitting and applying for the innovative idea to that event, which runs in the country, a very major event, Smart India Hackathon, and we are the part of it from last 4 years. And we are the nodal center to conduct the event also from the government of India and MIC. And a lot of idea competitions happen, many challenges happen, project exhibition happen, funded project proposals are being considered, and it is being funded. And I could say that last Sunday we had National Startup Day. It was being celebrated from the MIC. So, and I could say that Modi ji, our Prime Minister, was appreciating, like, we have hit among the all major developed countries. We are also standing together with them because those many startups were initiated, especially in Karnataka. So Karnataka was being the highlighting character in the meeting and the speech what Modi ji gave last Sunday. So this is a brief on our functionalities of IIC and the main intention of IIC and MIC. So I would like to thank once again from the IIC department giving me an opportunity to speak for a few words about the activities of IIC, SVCE especially. So thank you once again to one and all. So over to you, Sandhya ma'am.
Thank you very much, Nirmala ma'am, for giving more information about MIC, how that IIC evolved, its initiation, its functionalities, the activities which we are conducting. And thank you very much, ma'am. It will be helpful for the students why it is initiated, because the students were not knowing, they know only the workshop, that's it. But why it is evolved, how the activities are going to take part. So everything they came to know now. Thank you very much, Nirmala ma'am. Now I request today's speaker, Ms. TV Subhashini, to deliver the session. Over to you, Subhashini ma'am.
Good morning to all. I honor here to take the webinar in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. So next 1 hour is mine. I'm going to steal this show. See, you guys are going to invest next 1 hour with me. I'm going to give you a huge profit, huge returns, the way of the knowledge that you gain related to this topic. So first I would like to share the PPT. Just okay. Is my PPT is visible? Is my PPT visible?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Still it is not shared.
No, ma'am.
Just Is it visible right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Okay.
Put it in the slideshow mode, ma'am. It's our request. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Over to you.
Yes, ma'am. So today the topic is about entrepreneurship skill, attitude, behavioral development. I would like to reorder this topic like attitude, behavioral development, and entrepreneurship skill. So today I'm going to show you 3 secret chambers. Okay, I'm going to show you the 3 secret chambers. Behind these 3 secret chambers, you have the wealth, treasure, knowledge, fame, success, everything. If you want to open this chamber, you have to use your unique key. How we have a different thumb, everyone has the unique thumb impression, fingerprints. Am I right? So if you want to open this chamber, you have to use your unique key. That is your idea, your creative ideas. So behind the chamber, in that chamber, what you have? You have lot of fame and success. Are you ready to open the chambers, guys? Are you ready to search your key? So the attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. Success begins in the mind. Okay, let me say one small story for attitude. Long back in a country UK, there was a sibling, Jack and Joe. Okay, Jack was an elder brother and Joe was a younger brother. Jack was a successful entrepreneur. And if you take Joe, he was a criminal. He was acquitted and he was in the prison for acquitted so much of crime. One day the journalist, he took an interview with both the siblings. He asked the question, what was the reason for his successful entrepreneur? How he reached such on that height? So the Jack said the answer, my father. Because of my father, I was here. The same question when put to his brother, he also said the same answer. Because of my father, I was in prison. So the journalist was so surprised and he asked the reason. He said, oh, can you explain me further? Then the Jack told, I was having very bad childhood. I was tortured by my father because my father was a drunkard and he tortured my mother as well as me as my brother, my family people very badly. So every day he drank and he came to home and he physically abused my parents, my mother as well as me. I suffered a lot. So that day I decided I want to pursue my education. I focused on my education. I want to come up in my life. And I took my father as a bad example. And I have decided I should not behave in the way how my dad he behaved. The same question when put to his brother Joe. He said the same reason. My father was a worse dad. He didn't feed us. We put on the starvation. The first time I attempt my crime, because of hunger, first time I attempt my crime. I just stole a bread from a shop. So that was my first crime. So today I was in this bad situation. That is because of my dad. So see, both Jack and Joe put in the same situation, but the attitude of Jack and Joe are different. Seriously, attitude is matters. Attitude actually says about the person. Am I right? So shall I compare between positive attitude and negative attitude? How the person with the positive attitude he thinks, how the person with the negative attitude he thinks. The positive attitude person thinks I can. The negative attitude person he says I can't. The positive attitude person he always focus on solution. The negative attitude person who always focus on the problem. He always blame. He always focus on the problem. The person with positive attitude look good in others. The person with negative attitude always find fault in others. The person with the positive attitude counts his blessings. The person with the negative attitude always counts his missings. The person with negative attitude see the limitation. The person with the positive attitude see always the possibilities. Am I right? So this pandemic has put us in a very bad situation. No? Everyone has their own stories. I still remember we always worry about what we don't have. For example, if you go and search in YouTube, we can find so much of videos for the weight reduction. You can see a lot of videos. 15 kilo we can reduce in 1 month. We always we compare with someone. See, I'm very fat. I have a patchy skin. Like we always, we don't appreciate ourselves. Same thing happened with me. December 2020, when I was put in a very bad situation, my total family, suffered with the corona. My husband was in the ICU, that state. So much of external factors were, completely, things are like everything. I was put in a very bad situation. No one is there to help because no one can help on that situation. Still, we are facing the same. My 5-year-old daughter, she didn't understand what the thing is going around. Her corona result was she was negative. My son was asymptomatic. My husband was in some critical condition. He admitted in hospital. He breathed with the support of oxygen. I was like totally, when I can't divert my mood, because when I switch on the TV, I was constantly getting this corona news. If I see the phone or messages, it's all completely the negative things. So my 5-year-old asked me three tough questions. Seriously, I'm telling, that was the difficult question in my lifetime where I couldn't answer. It was very difficult question. Even I did my placement very well. I got placed in many 1 or 2 companies after my engineering, during my engineering time. What the question she asked is, first question, when will Papa return back to home? Second question, what she asked is, Mama, I am really scared to sleep alone. Can I come and sleep with you? The third question, what she asked is, when will this pandemic will get end? When shall I go and play with my friends? And when shall I go to the school? This was her question. See, this is about all uncertainty. It's all about the uncertainty. It was a very difficult question that I faced in my lifetime. Only thing, I just calmed down. I said, okay, now everything, situation, everything is against to me. Only one thing I have is the hope. I have a better tomorrow. This is the only hope that I have. I keep my attitude very positive way, and I replied to my daughter, 5-year-old daughter. I said, your father will come tomorrow. He will be perfectly all right. Today he went to office. He will come back for sure. The second question I asked, soon the pandemic will end. You will go and play with your society friends, as well as you will go to the school. The third question I asked, you have to sleep alone today. Then she said, Mama, I'm really so scared to sleep. She wants to, because she was in the living room. She was lying on the couch. I was in the another room. Just, lean on my door. I was sitting there and I was telling to my daughter, see, I am watching you from here. Don't worry. Then I told one story to her, how Sita abducted by the Ravan. That time there was no technology, there was no phone, nothing. Even Sita, she didn't know where she was. But she was having only the hope that Rama will rescue her. So I was telling her that story, and I told her to chant Hanuman Chalis, that slokas, whatever that I taught to her, like 2-3 lines. I said, Jai Hanuman, you just chant this and you sleep. Tomorrow we will have a better tomorrow. Because why I'm saying is only that attitude that carried me, my positive attitude, that actually helped me to rescue from that bad situation. After that, my husband, he came back safely. So if you ask everyone, we have our own stories. We have so many stories. Many have lost their loved ones. Many have they lost their jobs economically. Each and everyone's they suffered because of this corona. Even the college life is the best life. If I have a time machine, if I could travel back in my life, I just prefer my college life, because that is the best life. Because today the sessions, everything, it's going online. So much of challenges that teachers as well as students they are facing. Am I right? So the only thing right now, we have to keep our attitude very, very strong and in the positive way. So next, the attitude is everything. I can classify the attitude. Sorry. I can classify the attitude in 3 ways: cognitive attitude, affective attitude, behavioral attitude. Okay, I would like to explain what is attitude with one example. Cognitive attitude means, for example, you take Rakesh. If he feels that taking bribe is a wrong, that is his principle. If he says that is his value, that is his principle, that taking a bribe is a wrong thing. then that kind of thought, we call that as a cognitive attitude. So when you believe in something very strongly, when you have a strong principle and values, we call that as a cognitive attitude. Affective attitude means, just imagine in the same office, another person, Suresh. Okay, the Rakesh is working along with the Suresh. Where Suresh, he takes bribe. We call that person, see that person attitude is that it's okay to take bribe. That is not a wrong for Suresh. So the Rakesh, he have an effective attitude with the Suresh. That means he will not be, his principle or value will not match with the Suresh attitude. So what happens? He may not have a good opinion on Suresh. So behavioral attitude means what means? So what he does, if his attitude that doesn't match with the another person, so what he does, he just move away from that Rakesh. So that means he will not be very close with the Rakesh will not be very close with the Suresh. So even if you see, we have many friends in our life. Am I right? We have like 4 to 5 friends, but we always, one or two will be like very close to our heart. We always know, we share everything. We may have many friends, but we always like pick the friends. We always pick two, three friends where we always share with them only. We feel very comfortable with the 2 to 3 friends. So this is all about the behavioral thing. So always we have to keep our attitude very strong, because the first chamber is the attitude. If you want to open the success, then you have your key should is that you have to keep your attitude very strong. Okay. Next is the behavioral motivational process. What is behavior? Behavior is like, sequence of activities that takes. What is that sequence of activities? Normally behavior takes place like sequence of activities. What is that? For example, if management treats his employee very well, if the management take care of his employee very well, if he pays very good salary to the employee, if he provides education for employees' children, medical facilities, quarters, like that, if the management take care of the employee, so the behavior of employee would be very good. He also work very hard, and he would be like more honest to the organization. Am I right? So behavior is like how, like Newton's third law. Everyone knows the Newton's third law. Can anyone say Newton's third law? Can anyone unmute and say the Newton's third law? For every action,
there is equal and opposite reaction.
There is the
very good, very good. Oh, very good, very good. I am going to alter. Good, very good. Every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. I'm going to alter this Newton law a little bit. For every action, there is an equal and opposite pro-action. You may ask, ma'am, what is that pro-action? The positive way of reacting. Just imagine, you and your friend both are going to some movie. Okay, in Bangalore how much the traffic is. Your friend is having the ticket with him. Okay, he's carrying a ticket with him. Somewhere his mobile is switched off, because these days you can send the ticket over the phone. So imagine that his phone is also switched off. He didn't tell you why he was late. Okay, so what happened? He came 5-10 minutes late to the movie. Imagine that KGF second movie has released. Okay, so everyone knows how we are waiting for the KGF second movie. So how would be your reaction with your friend? See, the 5 minutes late, okay, you couldn't see the movie for 5 minutes, let it be okay. But when you react for him very badly, you shout at him, and you are like, no, very much, you are like intense, stressed. So what happened? The next 2 hours, 3 hours, you couldn't enjoy that movie. Seriously, I'll tell you, certain things we have to leave it, let it go. If we have such kind of attitude, or if we have such kind of behavior, that really helps us. Am I right? Because here the action takes place for, yeah, thank you, thanks for responding. Because here the action takes for 5%, but how we are reacting, no, that is taking for 95%. So the situation is not in our control. I'll tell you, situation will never in our control. Certain situation that in our control we can control. But certain situation is out of control. So we should handle it in the positive way, so that we can sometimes we have to be, we have to leave the things, let go. So it's up to us how we behave. Sometimes behavior is the very important thing that helps up to, it's like basic personality. Attitude and behavior is the basic personality the person should have. Moreover, the education which help us to come up in our life. So we have to keep our behavior very clean. See, as I said, everyone world has a windows, glass windows. So it is up to us how we keep our windows clean and neat. It's up to us. If we paint the window with the black color and we say everything is looking outside is black, it's not, we can't blame outside because it's our mistake. We are painting the whole window black color. And if we keep our window dirt and we say nothing, I couldn't see anything from inside, then it's the problem with us. If we throw the stone on the window, shattered. See, that's why I say always use wise words while speaking. Always keep your thoughts very positive way. Seriously, that helps us to come. These are the basic quality, basic personality a person should have. Okay? Okay. So next, the thing is that this is a motive. So motive is like one should have some ambitious dream, motives that we have. So we set a goal, as Vivekananda said. You know, Swami Vivekananda, what he said, arise, awake, stop not till you reach the goal. 7 times if you fall, 8th time we have to stand. See, that is what the important thing. So everything is like, attitude, behavior, and everything is interrelated. So next is Maslow need hierarchy theory. So before going to this, I would like to explain about the entrepreneurship development. I'm so happy that HOD, she said so many things about the entrepreneurship, what they are actually providing in your college. It's really, I'm really surprised, because when I was in my engineering college, we were not get such kind of guidance. I'm really thankful to the Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. We're providing so many, so many sources they are providing to the students. You guys are really lucky, because we people are not getting many of the guidance, proper guidance to reach the goal. We didn't know many of the things what is available in the environment, in our society. So that way, I'm sure that you guys are really lucky. So today the topic is about the entrepreneurship. That is the very important chamber, the third chamber. So everyone, if I ask someone, why do you want to become an engineer? Why did you choose? Can anyone unmute and answer for this question? Students, are you there?
Can I answer?
Yes.
Very truth information is I didn't get in medicine, so I have to choice for engineering. 23 years, 27 years back.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it becomes an option. If you say the students why you have become engineering, we always say we have some ambition. Maybe we didn't get that, so we have forcefully have to choose this profession. 70% of students, if I ask why do you have chosen this, even if you ask the same question to me, when I completed my 10th standard, I wanted to ambition to do my law. I want to pursue my law, but my father denied. He gave me some reason. He said, do engineering. You have a very good value. You get a good job. This is your career. Because see, that's what I'm saying. The problem why, last 200 years, we are practicing a curriculum or education, British education. That is, we call this as a Macaulay education. Earlier, before that, we have a Indian religious education. Like we were learning Sanskrit and only one sector, but we have to thank for the British people, because of the British today everyone is getting education. In those time, 200 years back, only one particular community or one particular people they got the education. For example, Muslim they got madrasa, for Hindus they got the subjects are related to the Sanskrit, all those things. So when this Macaulay, why he is a politician in the British UK? He was a politician on the British on that time. In 18th century, when he actually in India, they needed a lot of there was a language problem, because every state they speak the different language. So that's why he wanted to train some Indians just for the clerical work. Okay, that's why he framed the education for the clerical purpose. For example, if they cut 100 or 1000 trees, they have to maintain a ledger. They wanted to record all those things. For that, they needed to educate the Indian in a clerical way of curriculum. Okay, so last 200 years we are following like that. Still now, so much of improvement have happened in the field of education in India. I appreciate that. Especially the Karnataka is the best state, where I really tell all over India, the Karnataka is the best state because so much of young entrepreneurs, that is the startups or many entrepreneurs that they came from Karnataka without any background. I can give numerous examples like G.R. Gopinath and Sudha Narayanamurthy. Narayanamurthy is an techo and entrepreneur. Sudha Narayanamurthy ma'am is a edu entrepreneur. Edu entrepreneur means she started innovating something on her educational field. We have different types of entrepreneur. And Kiran Shah, Biocon founder. So all these entrepreneurs are from Karnataka state. You know that even we celebrate the Engineers Day, Visveshwaraya, that he also from Karnataka state. We have to thank to Karnataka state. They have produced so many entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs. So, okay, let me come to the point. This Macaulay education system, what happened? They have created a curriculum in the way where actually it trained our mind for the clerical kind of job, where we have chances of the innovation or creative ideas. It actually, it will not stimulate. So it's like, for example, everyone we have learned the trigonometry chapter in our 10th standard. Am I right? Please, I wanted to be this session to be the more interactive. You can say yes or no. I'm not going to ask difficult questions. Yes, we have learned trigonometry chapter. Am I right? Okay. If I ask everyone,
Yes, ma'am.
if I ask one, what is sine square plus cos square? Everyone answer. One, right?
One.
Yeah. If I ask you the same question, where we use trigonometry principle, can you tell me real life example where we use this trigonometry in our real life? Can you give me some 6 to 7 examples? Can anyone?
Elevation
The
of
audience.
road.
Yeah, good. Then, may I know your name, please? Say your name also. Elevation
Kamal.
of the
Kamal. Kamal.
Kamal. Very good, Kamal. Very good. Then elevation of road. I want 5 to 6 examples. Can anyone?
Ma'am, it is used in civil engineering also.
Civil engineering. Okay. Good. Then. See, that is what I'm saying. Architect. Good. Then. I am asking like 5 to 6 examples. More than that. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Our education, it helps us to solve the mathematical problem. We know how to bring the solution. We know how to answer logical and thing, but we don't integrate the subjects. We have learned 10 to 11 subjects from 6th standard to 10th standard, history, geography, physics. We know how to secure the mark 90. But when we didn't really know how to utilize, to create something, to innovate something based on this theory, postulates, based on this formulas, how to innovate or create an idea. That is actually missing. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. See, because now we are like, have you seen the horse race? The horse is always covered. We cover the horse eyes using blinders or blinkers. We call that. We cover the horse eyes. Because horse doesn't know that it is running on the race. The jockey who controls the horse. Horse never knows that people are betting on the horse. If he runs, horse really, it doesn't know. Once if the blinder or blinkers remove, if the horse sees something greenery, it will not run in the race. Just go and graze for its hunger. Similarly, our education is also like similar way like that. Even I face the same problem. So when we ask why you want to do engineering, 70% of students, they say, I want to place in a reputed institution. That was my big dream. 20% they wanted to pursue a higher education, MS or MBA in reputed next level. And 5 to 6%, they may have a family business. Father is already a startup. He did something in entrepreneur or something like that. So he wanted just the namesake, he wanted 1 degree. And 2 to 3 persons are really very creativity. From childhood onwards, if you ask a 5-year-old boy, he may not know the ABCD properly, but he may say different models of car. He may say how the car functions because he has that interest over the car. So like 5 to 6 persons are really, they have the ideas and creative, but they don't have the proper guidance. See, the innovation is always happens on something that the students or children, something that we observe from something, the innovation happens. For example, today we see the aeroplane or a car, that and all, if you see, that come from the previous innovation of wheel. Am I right? From the bullock cart discovery, we actually, from that the car has come. So anyway, we actually observe, or we used to take the idea that it comes from already existing one, we get an idea from that, right? So the entrepreneurship is very important thing. See, today we have lot of motivational videos. We have lot of YouTube. If you go and see lot of videos, we have lot of books we have for the startup business, for entrepreneurships. Lot of workshop they are conducting. But in our time, you know, in 90s kids, I'm a 85 born, but still I say myself as a 90 kids, but because 5 years I didn't know anything. So in 90s kid, there was a very famous movie. Let me give the clue. Let's see who is finding this movie. It was such a motivational movie. This movie was remade in 4 different regional language. I'll give you the first clue. The hero was uneducated. Okay. Within a song, he became a very big entrepreneur. His wife became a IAS officer. Just for a fun, I'm asking this question. Do you remember the movie? Can anyone say this movie name? Huh?
Suryavansham.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. See, why I have said this movie is that movie is a very motivational movie for the entrepreneurs. Because see, even the uneducated, if you have focus on something, even uneducated person can become a entrepreneur. You don't need that qualification, or you don't need, only thing you have, you should need some good ideas. You have to put ask means what? A for attitude, S for skill, K for knowledge. That is sufficient to become an entrepreneur. Seriously. So this is the Maslow need hierarchy theory. See, what is this Maslow need hierarchy theory? You know, first level is the basic needs. We all people have the basic need. What are the basic needs? Food, shelter, clothes. If this basic need is required, if it is satisfied, then we search for the safety needs, like physical safety, like surrounding society, the place where we stay. We see the physical safety, how we drive a scooty or a thing, we wear the helmet, like that we see the safety or needs. Third is social needs. Social need means we need friends, we need relatives, we need people. Without society, we always think about the society. So that is the social need. Fourth is the esteem need. This is the very important need. Here actually the identity crisis happens. Why I have born, what is my role in this society, what I did in my life. Because sometimes we have hunger in our brain also. Sometimes we have to feed our brain also. What I did in my career, what I achieved in my career. That's why if you see in corporate industries after the 40-45, even if the management is ready to pay for an employee more salary, but they are not ready to work for the money. They said, I wanted to do something of my own. This is not my search. So they start up the business. They start something new, ideas, innovations. They just come out from the corporate industries and they start their own. We call that as an esteem need. That means it boosts your self-confidence. It boosts the self-esteem. So this is the fourth need. Without completing this first two needs, it is very difficult to reach the fourth one. Directly, no one can reach the fourth need. After satisfying this first two, then only it is possible to reach the fourth need. Finally, the self-actualization. Self-actualization is the phase where you are like happy about your work. Okay, I did something in my life. I have achieved as an entrepreneur. Okay, I employed many people. I have employed 20,000, 30,000. I am employing the people. I am giving them a salary. I'm giving them a life. See, that's kind of self-satisfaction people will get at the self-actualization phase. So the entrepreneur will 100% will get that self-actualization, because the employee may or may not get. All the employee may not get that they can't reach that self-actualization. Why we have to choose the employment over the entrepreneurship? Employment doesn't have the risk. You don't have the uncertainty. Every month you will get a salary, but I'll tell you, you have to work as a slave. Employee's role is like a slave only. Maybe entrepreneur, you may also have the risk, uncertainty. You may not get the regular income, but one day you may achieve if you have a proper ideas, if you have the creative ideas. See, that's what I'm saying. Till 12th standard, we don't know. Right now, for engineering students, you have 64 papers. Each semester, 8 papers. I'm saying at my time, it was 64. I don't know what is right now. So 6 papers are theory and 2 papers are practical. Just integrate. You should know why you are learning that subject, how you can use to innovate, how you can use to create an idea. Search the book, just see what are the scientists they did on that subject. Understand and learn. Just how we answer in our 10th and 12th, like getting marks 80-90%, it doesn't need, but learn with proper knowledge, gain proper knowledge. Think, see, it's not like we want to, we want to innovate the rocket or we want to innovate the spaceship. It's not like that. Even small innovation, that is actually helps in our life. How to, you just see small simple machines, small innovations. How to just imagine using the trigonometry principles, you can invent one machine, how to pluck the coconut without climbing the tree. Just think small machines. So many innovations actually we need. Agro industries, so many industries are there, so many entrepreneurship, so much of innovation that we need, because you guys are an engineers and you only can innovate. Even in the medical field also, you only can innovate. How you can ask? Lot of equipments we have, medical equipments, isn't it? Scan machines, everything. And engineers, without engineers, there nothing is there in the world. Every engineer can become anything, because engineers, they never take the pride, Civil engineer can do C++ and he can become a software engineer. He never carries the pride like other profession. He's very adaptable. That is why we have to be proud to be an engineers. So just think, you just start, think idea, what we can do. Small machines, even that helps. That is the innovation ideas. Okay. Okay. Next is this is the process of the entrepreneurship, the creative process. First is the idea germinations. So idea germination, that is the what I said. Till many people now, we have an idea to score 90%, or we want to write the examination, we want to get placement. We have such kind of ideas. Where anything, if we put the ideas in the books, shall we start doing some projects, some innovating thing? That is the idea germination. I would like to give you one story here. We know all Alexander Graham Bell. Okay, he was a deaf in his childhood. That Alexander Graham Bell, he did his schooling in a deaf school. He was actually inspired by the physics because his mom helped me to learn physics. Actually, see, he is the one who discovered the bell. He is the one who invented the bell. He is the one who he was the one who invented the telephone. But he was a deaf person. If he was having a physical impairment. So the only thing, his mom was created the interest on him, inculcated the interest on Alexander Graham Bell, which helped him to do lot of experiment in his physics field. So a lot of his experiments were there, it didn't complete. Even he actually tried to separate the seawater from water, and sorry, he tried to separate the water and seawater. He did that also, but all those experiments that didn't come to the real life. So that's what I'm saying, the idea germination. See, when you focus something, and he also dropped out. Many, if you see the innovators, many if you have seen, they were like mostly dropped outs. They don't even have the proper education. But you guys are having a proper education. We have the proper education. So we have all the facilities. So we can do a lot of innovation than them. Am I right? Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, right now, so many things they have innovated in their life. So idea germination is all about the focusing one particular thing, and just that is the phase, initial phase, how it actually generates. Then preparation is the next phase. We start searching. When we have some idea, we just searching ourselves in books or in some videos. We were like searching, we ask from our professors. Even we have the human libraries. Have you heard about this human libraries? Can anyone unmute and say? Have you ever heard about the human libraries? No.
No, ma'am.
Guys? No. Okay. See, human libraries, they're in Denmark like countries, they have, instead of book, they will take stories from the humans. They explain about what kind of difficulty they have faced, and how they have overcome the difficulties. They says like the stories, because story is a very good thing of learning the concepts. It actually helps to motivate us. If we listen to some story, some stories actually motivate us to come up in our life. So that is a human library. This kind of library is there in more 50 countries are practicing this kind of library. The people come and sit there. They share about their story. So from that story, they can learn a lessons. So this is we call this as a human libraries. So preparation can be from anywhere. You can get the preparation means you are just gathering the information either through the books, from your lectures, teachers, or from the outside sources, because today the sources are more. We have lot of, you can see like Josh talks, TEDx. We get lot of informations are like overflowing on the social media. Am I right? Next is the incubation. Incubation means it's like a meditation period where we like, meditating always unconsciously, subconsciously. You always think about that. Fourth is the illumination, converting your idea into the experimental and proving that. Archimedes principle. I think you may aware about the Archimedes principle. What is that? When a object is sinked in a water, what happens? The mass of the object will equally replace the water outside. What is it? Can you anyone say? I'm not. I don't remember. Archimedes principle. The water displaced outside as well as the mass of the body weight. It is equal. Archimedes principle. Am I right? Okay.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like
That's
to,
correct.
yeah. I like to say that Archimedes principle story. What happened? This fellow Archimedes, he was lived in the 300 BC. The time that Italy, I think somewhere near Italy, he lived there. So he was a scientist. Okay. So the king gave him a project that the king wanted to build a very big warship. Okay, that warship had to carry so much of weapons and so much of armies inside, but it should not sink. This was the work idea that was germinated on king's brain, and he gave this idea to the Archimedes. So now it's the scientist responsible. King can say anything. He gave some idea, but it's a responsible for the scientist. So he was like thinking how we can build such kind of big ship, and it should not immerse on the water. How they can carry heavy things, so many heavy things like this. So he was like about to take bath. Then when he was like, fell in the water tub, the water splash. So suddenly he got an idea. Eureka, eureka! Rest of the story. So this is all called the illumination period. Illumination period means how you convert your idea after researching for a lot of information, gathering a lot of information, how you're converting your ideas to the experiments. We call that as a illumination. The next is the verification. Okay, you have done all your experiments. Now you want to verify, is it
Excuse
the
me, ma'am.
how? Yes, sir.
Ma'am,
Yes.
actually, that Archimedes story was for not for the ship, right, ma'am? It was for identifying pure gold and silver.
Yeah, we have different stories. Yeah, pure gold, both.
Okay, ma'am.
We have for the pure gold also. Anyway, for pure gold also we have to measure the ship also like this. We have heard 2-3 stories about the Archimedes principle. Even I heard that. But the thing is that concept is same. They want that means there's something to find the weight, how to balance the weight, because he was the one who discovered the buoyancy. Buoyancy, now? Pressure, how when the object is immersed in water, so how that is the buoyancy. He was the one who discovered, he was the one who invented that technique in the physics. So we have 2-3 stories for this Archimedes principle, but we didn't have any written proof because we didn't stay on that time. Now it was happened in the 300 BC. Even I heard that crown story, gold crown. The king wanted to measure the purity of the gold. He said that I will cut your head if you don't give me the proper answer. Even I heard that story. But the thing is that how we are proving our ideas to how we are proving our ideas, converting our ideas and making it as a facts. Like we have to prove, see, everyone has different ideas, but practically how we are feasibly, possibly how we are proving that idea, that actually matters. So that is what the illumination phase. Next is verification. What is this verification? If you have ever seen in our cities, if they built a metro train, after everything, the work, construction, everything it over, what they do, they actually, they will see the trial. They see whether the train runs in the proper way. Is it okay? It should not, affect the any people. For that, they do a lot of time. They do the trial. They run the train. So verification is such kind of thing. After the completion of experiment, even for the vaccination, see, that's a very difficult thing in pandemic, because when we experiment, even what we had like the COVID shield and Covaxin, all the any medicine, any medical thing, what when they test, when they when they invent some new medicines, it will take time to bring it to the common people, because they carry lot of tests. They want to see whether it should not create any harm to the people. They always check that. So that is what we call as a verification state of our creative process. I think in 94, what happened, I think during the Clinton, I don't remember properly. So Clinton time, I think. So he was a president of America. That time they did some experiments on cloning. That means they use the sheep for cloning purpose. They use the DNA of the sheep. They created an exact copy of sheep. But that experiment was stopped by the government. They denied to do that experiment further, because if they do this cloning thing, now what happens? They create the exact human and where even the thumb impression would be the same. So easily anyone can involve themselves in the malpractices and in fraud. So they didn't allow to continue that experiment, because certain experiments are like that creates lot of problem in the inner environment. So such kind of thing also we have to concern when we are doing. See how the one, they have spread the coronavirus. I don't know, it's like a biowar, or they did it purposefully, or they did without their knowledge it spread, but still no, we didn't know, but it happened. Sometimes the experiment, it ends in the disaster also. So verification is the process. We have to think whether this kind of experiments idea is good for the mankind, or mankind as well as environment, or it is not good. We have to consider that also. So this is all about the entrepreneurship, or all about the innovation. Students, do you have any idea? Do you have any doubts till now? You can share your idea. Okay, tell me, whom do you like? Which personality do you like very much? I like this person's attitude. Can anyone unmute and you can say, I like Sachin Tendulkar.
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli's attitude.
Virat Kohli's attitude. Why?
His personality is different from others.
What do you actually, what made you to know attracted, what actually attracted you about Virat?
Simplicity, ma'am.
Simplicity. Good. Very
Staying
good.
grounded.
Very good. Very good. Okay, very good. Very good. Huh?
Ronaldo, ma'am.
Ronaldo. Football player, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why do you like Ronaldo?
Steve
It's quite
Jobs.
motivating. He's motivating to the young generation.
Good, good, very good. So when you want to become an entrepreneur, okay, some internal factors and external factors that we need, like desire to do something. See, always our brain now, we wanted to do something. Everyone likes the fame. Everyone likes to have, unique. Everyone wanted to create some history in their own field. Everyone are like ambitious. Everyone has that, no? If someone is having such kind of attitude or some kind of dreams or ambitions, they are very suitable for entrepreneurs. So desire to do something different from others, become independent. We have to think and we have to do it like independently. Achieve what one wants to have in life. These are the internal factors. Be recognized for one's contributions, one's educational background. Here I would like to explain, I want to give you one story. One educational background. Do you know Kiran Shah, Biocon founder? Do you know, anyone know that story? Biocon, such a women entrepreneur. I would like to share that story here. Kiran
Yes,
Shah,
ma'am.
uh, what happened? She wanted to pursue her medical, like our HOD man, how she wanted to do doctor, but she didn't get that opportunity. Kiran Shah also similar like our HOD ma'am. So she wanted to do her medical science, but she didn't get her admission. So she did biology. After the biology, she did something master in brewing industry. Brewing industry means something in beer manufacturing, alcohol beer manufacturing. They use that brewing technology. But she completed her degree in Karnataka, Bengaluru, I think in the year of 1976 or 77. She didn't get an opportunity because of the gender equality. The same problem Sudha Narayanamurthy also faced. I'll tell you that story later. So what happened? Because they don't recruit women in the beer factory. So what happened? She wanted to do something, but she didn't get the employment also. After that, what happened? She got a small deal with a small Irish company that she wanted to extract papain, an enzyme from the papaya. This is what her first project. She was having a deal with a small Irish company. So she wanted to extract a papain, one enzyme from the papaya, and she wants to export that enzyme to Ireland. So she made her garage as her office, and she rented outskirt of Bangalore. She rented one industry space for about 3,000 square feet. She rented, and she started her business like that. Slowly, because it's her first biotechnology, you know, biotechnology industry in India. Biocon is the first biotechnology industry because people were not aware about such kind of the technology, and how much challenge that women would have on that time, especially as an entrepreneur, investment, and someone has to believe them. For giving a project, they would have believed that. She faced lot of challenges. In 94, I think she started with the pharma companies and all. She was doing lot of research, and today her net worth is about more than 6,000 crores, and she is in her company, she's employing more than 20,000 people, and proudly you can say that she is from Bangalore, Karnataka state. She's an entrepreneur without any support. She started her own way. This is a very great thing as a women entrepreneur. So that's what I'm saying. One's educational background that really helps us. Even if you say, Sir Narayana Murthy, sir, his father is a teacher. His father was a teacher. But the same thing with Narayana Murthy, sir, he did a startup company. Today, Infosys was a very big company. Everyone knows about that. Sudha Narayanamurthy also the same way. Sudha Narayanamurthy, she's an edupreneur. Edupreneur means the entrepreneur who starts something educational business. These days in 94, we have one word also there. These days, after this pandemic, lot of mompreneur is also there. If you see, lot of online business, saree draping, workshop, gift packing workshop, baking workshop, lot of mompreneurs. See, this pandemic actually helped lot of housewives to start up some new business. Momopreneur. We call momopreneur means both manage the household costs as well as their family as well as the business. We call them as a momopreneurs. So one's occupational background and experience in the relevant field. These are the some internal factors that we have to check for the and to start up a business. External factors like government assistance and support. See, that is what I'm saying. Mainly the entrepreneur faces challenge in this external factors only. See, the thing is that we have to, when we start some business or industries, the problem what the youngsters or what the entrepreneurs they face, the rules, law, regulation, the GST, the tax. When we have to use minimal resource and we have to achieve maximum profit. That is a big challenge. If you employ more than 50 employees in an organization, they form the union because it's a government rule. We have to the company has to provide them provider fund. We have to be responsible for the employees life, everything, the safety measurement. Even we should not pollute the air, water, or the soil, noise pollution. We should be like we have to be like concerned with everything around. So these are the external factors, actually lot of drawbacks that we face, entrepreneur would face when he start up any new business. So availability of labor and raw materials. This is always this kind of problem, always the entrepreneur they face. When he sell a house, after we normally what happened, the builder would say that he would give the house after 2 years or 3 years, but sometimes he failed to give. And in between time, what happened? The raw material, he would not get the proper labor. He would not, the raw material price would rise. We can't expect that because uncertainty, because for building a, I'm just giving you an example as a construction. The soil rate, it will increase, steel rate, it will be increased. Suddenly the labor rate, it may increase. Some say this lockdown, 2-3 years, that work would have been on hold. So entrepreneur has to think everything. Entrepreneur is like complete package. He has to think about everything. Like he want to fix, he want to frame the strategies. He should have the vision. He should have the goal. He has to do the HR job, finance. He, in case if he has the shortage in the finance, then he has to see for those who invest. Though he has to search for the capital, those who invest the money for his ideas. It's like complete marketing. In any case, if we fail in any one particular thing, it completely it goes in the, it completely it fails. So he has to keep it all over the thing in the mind. So it's like a very, but the thing is that at the end, what he get the satisfaction is the knowledge that he gains, where the employer will never get. The knowledge that the entrepreneur gains, the enjoy that the employee, because the employee focus only the, for example, if an employee work in a HR department, he focus only about the human resource. He doesn't know about anything about marketing or finance. But entrepreneur would have the knowledge of, he's like a complete package. So that is the thing. Encouragement from big business houses. Sometimes some big business houses now, they used to outsource for small thing. They outsource the thing. So promising demand for the product. So this is what they have to check for the supply chain. They have to check, they have to take a data analysis. How much there is a demand, the product, product demand, everything they have to check in their market. So these are the external factors that we have to check. So entrepreneurship, there are 12 types of entrepreneurship. Small business entrepreneurship. Small business entrepreneurship means this kind of entrepreneurship help only for their family. Okay, this kind of entrepreneurship that helps only for their family. Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. It is audible.
Okay. See, there are 12 type of entrepreneurship. Small business entrepreneurship. What is small business entrepreneurship? Is that we can see from our near grocery shops, small markets. If you see that business helps to helps for the livelihood of their family. They can create a revenue for their own family where 3-4 people will satisfied because of this. It's like a, it helps for the small family. Such kind of business we call small business entrepreneurship. Next is the large company entrepreneurships, that very big companies, that large company entrepreneurships. Scalable startup entrepreneurship. Scalable startup entrepreneurship means some people, they have a good ideas, so they go and approach they go approach the big companies or some investors. So they help financially, they invest the money for their ideas. So we call them as a scalable startup entrepreneurs. International entrepreneurship means where they
Kindly mute yourself. Kiran, kindly mute yourself.
Can I start? Okay. The international entrepreneurship is like we do some export business. We import or export in internationally, out of national boundaries. We call that as a international entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurship is like non-profitable business. It's NGOs, lot of NGOs, which is non-profitable business. We call that as a social entrepreneurship. Environmental entrepreneurship is that this kind of entrepreneurship, they don't make much profit, but for example, I can say they are like very keen about the environment, that they should not pollute the environment. They are like very keen about that. For example, if the sugar industry is there, for example, they extract the sugar. After extracting sugar from the sugar cane, the residue would be there. Okay, residue would be there. And what happened? They don't waste that residue. They make it like an organic manure, or they send the remaining residue to the paper industry. They reuse that. So they always concern about the environment. So we call that as a environmental entrepreneurship. Just a minute. Next, technopreneurship. Technopreneurship means those who do innovation or those who do startup business technically. Hustler entrepreneurship this is a kind of entrepreneurship. They fail for many times, but still they don't give up. We call them as a hustler entrepreneurship. 7 times I fall, but 8 times I arise. That is what their principle. We call them as a hustler entrepreneurship. Innovative entrepreneurship means something they actually innovate. They bring some new product, new ideas. We call them as an innovative entrepreneurship. Imitative entrepreneurship means already the product is existent. Okay, they they change the brand name and they change the package. We call them as a imitate entrepreneurship. Research entrepreneurship, as I said, in pharma and all, we does lot of research. Even in IT company, lot of software, we do lot of research. Always, very very big companies, they have a research and development we have a separate department. They do something research and they find, especially this is in the pharma industries. So this is all the session. Okay. Okay.
Subhashini ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, actually, I hope you guys have this session will be a very interesting.
Yes,
so I want to have I want to just talk with the students.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone unmute? Do you have any ideas? Start up the business. Some ideas or innovation. How many of you want to start up your own business after your engineering degree? If you have your idea, you can share here. Or you may have interest in some subject. Ma'am, I have an interest in this particular subject. I want to do innovation on this subject.
Ma'am, they are raising their hands.
Ma'am, you are on mute.
Subhashini ma'am, we are unable to hear you.
Sorry, you can unmute and you can talk. Raising hand, but chat box is inactive. I couldn't see anyone in the chat box. I couldn't see the raising and some raise hand.
Yes, student, at least you can unmute and speak out, no problem.
The mics are enabled only. So those who want to talk and ask and clarify anything, you can unmute and speak. One at a time, please. One at a time.
See, students, you can say your ideas. I wanted to do innovation in this. I have this kind of ideas. Even if it is wrong, it's okay. It's an opportunity for you to open up. Okay. Is there anyone? DP. Okay, I'll ask you one question. Okay, you leave this. How many of you watched Bahubali movie? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please,
Everyone,
please.
ma'am.
Me, ma'am.
Anish Kumar. Anish Kumar.
I
Yes,
think
Yes,
Anish
ma'am.
I
Kumar.
think most of us all are all.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Anish Kumar, yes. Yeah, Kura Sandhya. Okay. Anish Kumar, yes, you can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You can tell your idea.
Currently, I don't have any ideas, but like it's basically about reducing the plastic usage and all that.
Very good, very good. Wow, very nice.
Searching for alternatives which will like cause less harm to the environment.
Wow, very nice, Anish Kumar. Very nice, very nice. Then Kura Sandhya. Someone has raised their hands. Now I could see. Earlier I couldn't see. Anyone, they have their ideas. You can say, ma'am, I wanted to do something related to this field. Just come, open up. Anyone? Is there anyone?
Ideas related to anything, ma'am.
Anything. You are an engineer. You can have idea related to anything. Which field you like? I want to do some innovation on artificial intelligence, robo. You can. It's your idea. You can share any idea.
Ma'am, so see, basically people are nowadays too much into NFTs, right? So
Okay.
NFTs is not the only platform where people can invest money and all. We need platform where people instead of buying can just look at an artist and appreciate the art, but then not steal it. So I want to build a platform where it is safer for people to like upload their art without getting the fear of someone stealing it on their credits. Like an AI which scans the art, which gives it a specific identification, copyright status and all.
Good. Good. Wow. Very nice. What is your good name?
Aman Muleva.
Aman Muleva. Good. Good. Very nice. Okay. Someone else? See, just share your ideas. Ma'am, I'm doing the engineering for this purpose. I wanted to do something on this field.
Ma'am, something which is booming in next 4 years.
Yes. Okay. Can you first say your good name?
Kamal, ma'am.
Kamal. Okay, Kamal. Okay. What do you want to do? What is your idea?
Something
Innovation
has
idea.
a great importance in next 4 years. After next 4 years.
After next 4 years. Okay. Okay. Then who else?
In recent times, we have noticed that buying electronic gadgets is not a huge deal nowadays. Maintaining them is a problem these days. So
Okay.
the labor cost and all, seeing the various versatilities of people, ma'am, it's very high compared to the automated ones. So in next 5 to 6 years, we may have something such as automated service. You don't need man labor or manpower for getting your devices and whatever vehicles you have serviced. So we can implement that.
So what is your good name?
Pavaz.
Avas. See, that is what we call as a service based innovation. Because see, it actually reduce the production. So that is good, because when we do a lot of production, it will also create the pollution in the environment. So using a product for a long time, what you have said is the service based innovation. Very good, very nice.
Ma'am,
Okay,
but I
anyone
have
else?
something against it. Like
Yes,
I have
Anish Kumar,
something
please.
against.
Anish Kumar, please say.
Like it'll result in like decreased employment, no, ma'am. Like how do you conquer that?
But you just see it. It may reduce the production, but service means it may increase. Now you have to service the product also, so it may increase the production in the service side. See, in India we
And
have
nowadays
India
we
is
have
based on service. I'll tell you. Let me complete, Anish Kumar. India is mostly based on the service-based industry than the production-based industry. If you just see see actually here the service-based industries are more. But okay, it is good now when you purchase a mobile for 40,000, 50,000, just imagine, you can't replace the mobile very quickly. If you have a good service, you can use the same mobile for a long time. Maybe if you want to update, you can update the softwares. So production has to be, if product is like that, it is okay. But anyway, it's very difficult to dispose the electronic waste. So we need a production based innovation, service based innovation is the best innovation. So that will actually reduce the pollution in the environment. But it will increase the opportunity of employment on service based industries. Anish Kumar, did you get the answer for your question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. So anyone else? Anyone else? See, come forward. You just share your idea. It's a very good platform you got. You are going to search yourself. Okay. So as I said, this 1 hour I'm going to steal from you. Hereafter, you will be like seeing everything in different perspective, different angle. So now you know how to see, how to learn the subject, what I have to do in my life. You get some ideas. Am I right? Just share your ideas. So really, I'm happy 4-5 people, they have shared their ideas. Very interesting also, because I'm also learning from you. Mutually, we both are benefiting. Anyone else? Girls? Women entrepreneurs? Yes, any girls?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Lakshmi,
Ma'am.
welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Lakshmi, welcome.
Like I was very interested in medicine, ma'am, but I didn't got an opportunity. So, what can be done using artificial intelligence in that field, ma'am? I'm interested like that in that way.
Artificial intelligence is going to rule the world. I'll tell you seriously, because today the technology is going, it's like going very so far. So next 4 years, you are going to learn about the artificial intelligence, AI. See, now itself there, so much of thing has come that without driver, the car, it self-driving car has come. Without the driver, the car can run. So many things. Even the military side, if you see, without human, we can attack the other country by using a rockets. Where everything it's like, because artificial intelligence helps us to do all those things. So even recently, I think in some engineer students, they did something, innovation where the space, those who stay in the space, the scientists can hear the musics, FM radio, something they did such kind of innovation. So artificial intelligence is like, so it's like you guys have to do innovation. So next 4 years in your hand. So learn your subject in depth, gain maximum knowledge, whatever that you gain. Go and search in the library, go and search. See, that's what I'm saying. In those days, we have very, less space. We didn't have that kind of, the sources today, what is available for you guys is not available to us. When I got placed in 2 companies during my engineering final year, I got placed in 2 companies. One is the KPO, another is on technical side. But technical side, they gave me the less salary compared to the KPO. KPO, they provide the good salary. So when I asked my father, which should I choose? Then he said, obviously go for the highest salary. Because I didn't get a proper guidance, what should I choose my job or career? Because we didn't have sources like YouTube, so many things. Today, the kids, students, they can decide what to do in their life. So much of sources are available. Okay, you have a good guidance from your teachers, all you have. So it's up to you how you have to find your success key. It's up to you. Everyone has their unique key. So artificial intelligence is a blooming. It's like, it's never ending technology. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to invent like very, very big thing like rocket launching ship, not like that. You just think, you just imagine. If you want to peel an onion or you want to peel something, you just see what kind of small machine that I can invent to do this. Whatever that hereafter you observe, whatever the app that you see, check how it works, what kind of program they would have written behind this. Why I'm learning digital system, why I'm learning this, what are the things that needed for the artificial intelligence. Go and search what are the innovation that I can do. You may have the projects, mini project, major projects in your engineering college. Start doing that. Integrated learning is very, very important. How you connect. See, we are learning so many subjects, 64 subjects in your engineering college. Just see why I'm learning these subjects. What way it will be helpful for my innovation. Start thinking, start think out of the box. Keep your ideas unique. That actually helps you to, instead of just running behind the mark 90%, 80%, instead of running behind that, just run behind the knowledge. For a subject, go and refer 4-5 foreign authors. This is what I can tell from my side. It then up to you. You have to search and find your success key. As I said, 3 chambers. I showed you the secret chambers. So it's up to you to find it is up to find your own key. Will you do that?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I want a quick feedback for the session. Can anyone give me the feedback? How was the session? Was it useful to you? Can anyone unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Voluntarily just come up and share your thoughts.
Can someone say how was the session? Is that useful to you? As I gave you the assurance, you may start searching for your success. Was that session was useful?
More than 100%.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the Nirmala Gupta, ma'am, HOD, ma'am. And thanks for the Sandhya BR, ma'am, who referred my name. Thanks for you. Thank you. I want to see lot of Kiran Shah, Sudha Narayani Murthy, ma'am, from and GR Gopinath, founder of Deccan Airways. I wanted to see so many. Tomorrow you have to make your college very proud. You have to say I'm the product of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. So I wanted to see future entrepreneurs, inventors. Okay, will you do it, guys? See, I want to be this session to be very fun-filled and interactive. Yes, G. Vivekanandan.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am. Yes,
Vivekanandan.
ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you. Make your college very proud. Make
Okay, ma'am.
yourself proud. You have to be like, unique from others.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Vivekanandan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Actually, I want to discuss one more thing I've forgotten. It's like a jolly session. Now your webinar is over. So 5 minutes we'll have some, fun. Ready? Okay, how many of you watched Bahubali 2? Just for 2 minutes, I'll take 2
Everyone, ma'am.
minutes. Everyone you watched. Have you ever seen
Yes,
that
ma'am.
one scene in the first? Okay, what is the innovation that Bahubali did? Anyone can explain the scene? Tejas Gowda, thank you, Tejas Gowda. One innovation that he did on the first part of Bahubali. Do you remember that when they were distributing the weapons for Bahubali and Ballal? Do you remember that scene? The resource was very minimal.
With the cloth.
Can anyone explain? Can anyone explain that scene?
He used cloth as a weapon.
Yeah. Then once he even in the Ajay, you want to speak something? DG. I don't know what is the full name. DG. Someone has raised their hand. Wanted to say something? Even in the second part of the movie also he did something like that, innovation. When he was sent out of the palace, what he did? Can anyone explain?
He used coconut tree to enter inside the palace, ma'am.
He used the coconut tree, palm tree or coconut tree to water the palace, water some construction. He did some fortification or construction he did. See, that is what the innovation. Using minimal resource, how we do maximum profit. We call that as a innovation. Just a small idea that makes a huge innovation. So you have to search for the thing. For that, you actually need an interest. Am I right? I hope you guys have enjoyed this session. Thanks for this opportunity. Okay. Yes, ma'am. The session is over.
Thank you very much, Subhashini ma'am. Really, it's a motivational session and as well as interactive session. And we also agree that attitude and behavior is the best personality. And we make sure that we always keep positive thinking. And really, I'm sure that many of our students will become a good entrepreneurs. And now I request Dr. Pratima V, Department HOD, Department of ISC, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sandhya ma'am. I would like to begin with a quote. Formal education will make everyone's living. Self-education will make everyone has a fortune. And we have a best way to predict the future is to create it. Appreciation can change a day, even change a life. And our own willingness to put it into the words is all that is very much necessary. With this smaller quote, I would like to express my hearty gratitude to our resource person Subhashini TV Madam for your interactive session on entrepreneurship skill, attitude and behavioral development. We thank you, ma'am. I also acknowledge management CED sir for their continuous support in making this event successful. I would also like to thank our principal sir, Dr. Nageshwara Gupta, for his constant support, guidance in all the aspects. And I would also like to thank the Dean Madam for her motivating and supportive words. I also like to thank Dr. Nirmala S. Gupta Madam, IIC Coordinator, for her continuous support towards the event. I also like to thank all the department HODs, various faculty members who made the presence for today's event. I would like to thank all those coordinators for their consistent work to bring this event into the actual light. But last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants from various sections who have invested their valuable time for listening and making the session to be interactive. Lastly, I like to thank all the IIC coordinators for giving me this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. Thank you once again to everyone who have assembled here. Sandhya ma'am, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. And Nirmala, ma'am.
Nirmala ma'am?
Yes, I am there.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is the chat session enabled? Can we just share
No,
the
the
link?
chart I'm unable to fix that issue. So let me, I have shared it in the chat box, but the chat box is visible for all of us, I think, because we are within organization. But anyway, I'll be sharing, I'm sharing the link actually. So, and I'll be pushing this link in the Kaizala for all the institution students and especially ISC and CSC AI students so that all of them can give the feedback, those who have attended. Because we have got the attendance with us, right? So we can have that cross check also.
Should we have a photograph togetherness?
Ask everyone to, on the cameras. Guys, please on the cameras.
Kindly just switch on the camera, students.
Please switch on the camera. So let us have a pic, group pic.
Ma'am, can we go with the together mode? Students?
Not many cameras are on. Please, guys, put on the cameras on.
Switch on your cameras.
Please switch on your cameras. However you are, no worries.
No worries. The coordinators for the event.
Yes, ma'am. I have some issue with the video. No problem. You people are there.
Amrita, ma'am.
Ma'am, no camera is on.
Okay, fine.
Guys, quick. So let's capture our group pic. think, ma'am, you have taken print screen. Amrita, ma'am.
Amrita, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it is not disabled.
What it is not disabled?
Ma'am, camera is on.
Your camera is off. No, anyway, I have taken. Anyway, thank you. I have taken. No issue. From my end, I have taken.
Can we leave, ma'am?
And can we leave, ma'am?
Thank you, Subhashini ma'am, for your valuable time of about, actually speaking, 105 minutes. It's 1 hour 43 minutes, because the time went as it is awesome, I could say. So thank you from the entire team of SVCE management, CED sir, principal sir, dean ma'am, and all HODs, all my PR colleagues, and my dearest students of all the departments, and especially ISC and CSCI. I would like to thank each one of them, and you a special thanks, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Subhashini, ma'am.
Thank you, Subhashini, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please
Thank you, ma'am.
send all your valuable